Yeah. Oh, Larry, but you, Larry, but you. Oh, very fine broadcasting. Listen. Well, good to go. Another beautiful morning in the world. Anywhere you are, you're listening to me right now. It is the Sports Buffet on Elevated TV Radio. My name is Idafe Matthews. You're gonna you love to come with the Elevated Sports. If you're an Arsenal fan, you are on Cloud 9. Cloud 9, that's too small. That's like the lowest place. If there is Cloud 1 million, that's exactly where every Arsenal fan is residing on right now. You can play against Chelsea at Stamford Bridge, win 4 goals to 2 with only 3 players above 23. Think about it. And you know what? Arsenal actually beat Chelsea with their academy players because all the goals scored in that game, all 4 goals were scored by academy players. None of them was signed for 1 million or 1 million naira. It was all academy players. Well, we'll get to that. But you see, this Chelsea team, it was a case of scripture. You know, in the Bible, it was said clearly. Moses said to the Egyptians, stand still and see the salvation of the Lord, which he will show to you today. For the the Egyptians you see today, you will see them again no more. And please, I have heard outrageous excuses, but Thomas Tuchel, or whatever your name is, Tuchel, Touche, Tuchel, Kumbo, whatever your name is, Thomas Tuchel. They sound like when against Manchester United's legendary boss, Sir Alex Ferguson. I don't understand. What kind of excuse is that the pitch is not good? That is the reason why you lost to Real Madrid at home. That's the reason why you've lost 3 straight games. Are you kidding me? Like, seriously? Seriously, that pitch is not good. Okay, have you seen the pitch that Enyimba, MFM, they're playing in Nigeria, and they're playing? Have you seen the pitch that we have in the whole of Africa, and people are playing good football? What is wrong with you? Okay, you see, when you lose to Chelsea, people say, oh, Thomas Tuchel, tactical genius. He found out Pep Guardiola. He caged Arteta. He caged the club. He did this, he did that. When Chelsea lose, please, let's everybody also say that Thomas Tuchel was found out. Let's Thomas Tuchel come outside and say, Tuchel no work today. Okay? Let's not come out and be saying that, first of all, he said, we score own goals, Arsenal scored only 1 goal. What kind of rubbish is it? What kind of nonsense is that? Because they give too much allowance to dog. Now dog can say dog become senior picking, want to share in the will of the owner of us. What's all that nonsense? I just wake up, I just tune on to my radio, and the first line of the year now, Thomas Tuchel, they say, hey, Arsenal didn't score against us. We scored against ourselves. We scored 5 goals. Tuchel, warn yourself. And it play away like mature player. Urobo say Omiragua player. A whole Omiragua player. Like Caesar Aspilicueta, you don't get common sense. 3-2, now still get up to make a 3-3. You don't go press person down like Green Wish. And press down like say your name now, more sorry. Oh God. Something from the me. What's wrong with you? Are you from Edomirate? What's wrong with you? Use Caesar Aspilicueta. But let's come to the game. Let's talk about the game. Yesterday we talked about Manchester United and their feelings, and it's normal. And Manchester United fans are like, we are waiting for you, Atiaboke. We're waiting for you when Arsenal will lose. Oh God, Arsenal. Any pit where they dig for you, job pass. Who dig pit? Who get load, carry your load. Who get load? Hey, me, I said, me, picky way God carry from back. Me, I say, okay, Daffy, up more again. Now what shame? No, you can't shame me. God no go shame us. Now, so the biggest win ever by Arsenal this season is this win against Chelsea. Because let's put it in perspective, or let's be retrospective a little bit. When the season starts and Chelsea beat Arsenal after the Brentford game, wait till I talk. When I say Arsenal is dead, they are not good, always making excuses. But remember, in that game, now one boy will come from I believe that place at College this day. I believe no Mushi Idiroko somewhere. Balongo Folari, Suleiman Folari, younger brother that played in the attack. All those small children that played in that game. Tavares, that's like Tavares never even understand. You never say understand though. All of them played that game. And Chelsea won 3-0. And it was Teta, yes, and I will be relegated. Now, Arsenal played only 3 senior players. Now let me count the players that were missing in this game. Tiani, our reliable left back, is not there. Our Japanese magician, our robotic Japanese magician, Tomiyasu, was not there. Our African jazzman, our Medi from Africa, he not there. And the talk of Thomas, the guy who brings the party to the party. Hey, your party not complete in Ghana, Jollof, not there. Okay, he not there for that game. To push the matter forward, push me, Kaleja, he not play that match. Sorry, Lacazette. See, if I didn't lie, Ahmed Lacazette, Ahmed Kalejayi, put your picture side by side with Lacazette, whether or not be twins. Just deceive us, say the first thing you know them, but I don't say Lacazette by your brother. I be manager. See, they're not playing the match. We don't sell Obama Yankees. And Chelsea still get the audacity, not the audacity of Obama or the audacity to refuse by the audacity to come out, talk, say some of their players injured. Tottenham, see. Let me tell that. Ayilala. You are not tell Ogun because those people they don't use Ogun. Ogun not cripple. Ogun not even if you do anything again. Ogun and you don't be impotent. Enough if they do anything. So more not use Ogun because those people don't use Ogun. But for the record, if you see a Chelsea fan, give him a hug. I tell her say, shush is life according to Ijaw people. Shush, not to say social. Shush is life according to Ijaw people. That's just all I want to say. Because the way they tell Lago for that match for home, oh God, they just run kitty. They don't say, hey, where are you? They bring that one, that big Malu. What's it called? What's his name? Maluda? No, Lukaka. They bring up. Enough to do anything. They put that for pocket. Who they bring again after they all of them they're useless. I beg. But we just sure Manchester United. Might ask you this question before we go to the show proper. Manchester United losing to hot and informed Liverpool, and Chelsea at home losing 4-2 to Molokos Arsenal, where they lose to all those small the Southampton, where people take the clean, till they do abortion, all those things, and this Man U home, who should bad pass? Now be the question what I away for that. As I leave that also, man, just got this small break. When I come back, we'll continue proper. All right, guys, you're welcome back. It's still the Sports Buffet, Better TV Radio. Yes, this is the Thursday edition, and you know how it is. We are going towards the weekend. Whatever you want to throw at me, throw them at me right now. Let's have some fun. Yes, that's the banter segment. You know, when we have big games like this, there's going to be the banter segment. Whether you like it, when I like when I vessel, when I like when I know vessel, hating on me is not something new. It's I grew up on that, so it's not going to touch me at time. Worry boy, when I don't forget area and bill. So when I true stone, you go hang for her. I mean that guy we had matrix. What's it be name? I'm the one. I just do my hair like this. You don't all the stuff go hang. When I all like that, sha. But more let's have some fun. Let me read some of the messages on Instagram because Instagram people, I like them. Are very quick to send you message, comment, and get excited. You see my bro, see Pama. Top stars, play me for life. Hey, DD _ KWC. He said not an easy thing, not be small something. Occupy laugh at me. And you is a wafi. CJ Oyemuchi, he say Arsenal no go still qualify for Champions League. They go bottle up at the end of. I don't care. See, for me, they don't already win Champions League by beating Chelsea. They beat the Champions League defending champion. They beat the World Club Cup defending champion of the Champions League and World Club. Put it aside me. All that one you the top. Now your own. They like me they bottle up. We're good. That be the same Arsenal one. I thought say go relegate at the beginning of the season. You thought say they go bottle up top 4 now. The same team when I say go relegate. If they bottle the top 4, you don't mean no. Remila _ Oduni say top 4 race and title race. Which one the sweet pass? I beg. Anyone is sweet. It depends on where you for take shop. If you like, maybe you go shop for a cool hotel. If you like, maybe go shop for Radisson Blue. If I like, make I go shop for Mama Ogaga Bagara is for Iyara. The most important thing I know will be food. Every race. Run your race, make I run my race. Some people say their race that to survive relegation a 40-point race, and all the race are the same. So because you not concern me, the one way they talk, so you not concern me. Shooks 9,000. They say I just hope we make top 4 after last night performance. So boy, that performance now our own trophy. We don't win the league title. Forget. Akiri Riami said Arsenal can cost me sha. When I carry them to win, them lose. I carried them to lose yesterday. You be wish now, them win. Now wow, keep carrying. You are the wrong carrier. Please keep carrying them to lose because last night when you carry them to lose, they win. Last, now sell una go sell the why? You get any club when they sell players, even Real Madrid they sell players. What are you saying? Every club is a player, and I feel like people sell them. The most important thing is say our academy still they produce. Ogale, that name. I used to have once Ogale that year. Like a lot of Ogale, I grew up a lot of Ogale, but one particular Ogale for number 50 years streets. Before that was a pilot. Ogale Yadi. He say up Arsenal. Akiri say I be Arsenal fan, but that victory it cost Sha. How much you take bet? You bet 1 million. You bet one. You bet a full Obi Kubana business. Ogale say he shock them all. Occupy Chile say now what performance, bro? That performance now once he say big masquerade they come once in festival. They don't have passage juju now only once. Now the main masquerade, all the small sender, the kiss sender, they come and they jump, they throw back into front. When the main Odidigbo want to come out, he just come out once. As he come out, as he finish, now they call he Misiagwari. Matter don't close. Church ambassador, and so people they talk. He don't close. Church don't close. After that moment, he don't finish. That's so the thing just take big. But more we talk. The talking point for today, the talking point for this Thursday, sweet and lovely Thursday. What are some of the most outrageous, stupid, unthinkable excuse you have heard after defeat? So make I just give you some way they available to my sunshine, to my why I don't use my Bajero I take put together so that when I go see the ones who are they talk, when I go understand where they come from. Maybe like say I just they talk this thing. Come like say I just talk her for corner, talk her keep. I don't even know what I talk. So we'll start with yesterday night. Thomas Tuchel it at the state of the pitch, fumed at his error-strewn team and sympathized with angry fans as Chelsea crumbled on a third home defeat in a row. You cannot win football games like this. Snap Tuchel after Arsenal's 4-2 victory at Stamford Bridge. It's impossible to do these things in consecutive matches, and we're doing it. You simply don't see this, but we are doing this at the moment. Okay? And then he went further. Okay? Tuchel, this excuse we given, and he can't always say, my mama tell the beat picky that year, what do you mean you know pass your exam? Well, I never ever fall into that position, but imagine I go tell my mama say the reason why I don't pass my exam is because of say I don't even know the excuse I give. Like I don't know the excuse I give right now. He insisted it was not down to the absence of Tony Rudiger, ruled out by injury. Okay, we considered 7 goals with Tony against Brentford and Real Madrid. So anybody will they say that because of Tony Rudiger, forget about it. We don't concede goals since. I want the coach they try let everybody know so that see if now they conceding of goal, village people don't depress us, Benin people don't depress us since. So not that one, they don't suck our blood since. It's not about individual players, it's about defensive performance. Okay, you need to have the tactics right. Not me be the coach, which is that too. If I have this right, you need the team selection right. Also, that too, if I have this right, then it's the game. It's a game for the players. They get the full praise when they do it, and they have to face the reality that it is impossible to win matches like this. If you make the amount of mistakes that they made. Okay, Andres Christensen made a mistake for the first Arsenal goal and did not return after halftime. He said he cannot continue. Wow. Okay, said Tuchel, I do not substitute a player for one mistake. The pitch is difficult to play here. Maybe it sounds like an excuse. It's an excuse, okay? but it is a very difficult pitch here, not to our favor. Now, the question I'm asking about this pitch, because as I read, I my friend read before I ask this question. The ball bounced very awkwardly in front of Andres, but still, we had the same mistake against Real Madrid that cost us the next round in the Champions League. Is this one cost us this match? And Tuchel went on. Look at the penalty, an unbelievable goal from our ball possession. There is no tactics behind it. We have 3 balls lost in 10 seconds and then a foul where there is not even the slightest danger, and rob ourselves of 6 minutes maybe for the equalizer. Now, my take here is, how can the people who they play home, they give excuse about the pitch? The away team, if the ball they bounce awkwardly for the home team, and then they bounce awkwardly for the away team too. Okay, Williams, my little sister says, big uncle E, up Gunners. So Miss Smile said that winner was big for Arsenal. Very few expected that result. That's the team you say anything can happen. Not Manchester United. Man United just they make person no like ball again. No change. You have to change. You support Man City. You will like ball. United will be great again for where now Donald Trump. I won't buy them. Sure, they will be great again. No, Man United don't need to be great. Too. Anything that have the symbol of the devil should go to the bottomless pit. Man United will not be great. No. They will not be great. Let them suffer. Usually, this suffer needs to continue so that we have enough banter. That there will be balanced spectrum of banter. Banter is sweet to banter. Hey, did you wear banter to school when you were growing up? Okay, maybe you're a young generation, I don't know. But if you're an older generation, you wear banter. Your parents bought you banter. That banter shoe. You go use any and go spoil lamb. After your mama, your papa don't save me, buy you banter for UAC shop. Like we would stay worried, go buy her for Lagos Cup. God help you, they buy the one with the oversized. They will put newspaper inside. Nowadays, children have tissue paper. My children don't even agree well. My wife went out the other day and bought a very fine shoe for my daughter. Just small, said, I like the region. My daughter said she don't go wear. I start, like, say, I was transfixed for like 30 minutes. I don't really know what I go talk. Like I could not relate. I remember one time, 1989, they buy me Christmas cloth. You see this lining where they show that here. I'm not gonna forget that thing. Old school people go know this thing. Bogo boy and Bogo boy shirt, Bogo boy long sleeve. You see this lining where they did this shoulder here, they do the end for shoulder, where the hand, the sleeve, they join the body of the shirt. This hand, this thing where they here. Now here it is. Yeah. So they ever fold the hand there, they fold the hand of the shirt, they fold the hand of the shirt, enter inside the body. Oh, Jesus. And you know the funny thing, they won't make I wear and make I feel happy. The trouser, that trouser was for me that time, that trouser was they buy for me that time, so 1989. If I wear and I still long past me. What a shoe, just like 1 or half inch. Not longer than a leg. She said she's not gonna win. I don't know if I feel relate to, and I know that this is outside of football, but Mona just helped me relate to that matter while I read on her messages. Oh God, you're so good. Well, witness a better life, Nasha. That's United will be great again. Great. Live great for now. Great Baruga the club. Smiley, she said, Abba, we will be great to. When I sell up to Greater Borough, even Greater Borough not for election for the task too. So Smiley says, "Now just time if it's he go tell this was Tamara. I don't go call it Papa name. I miss my Man United. No, this is your Man United. The one I use blood money and ritual to succeed. Now, Okija Shira didn't work again. Match fixing then they work on our favor again. You people will suffer for 600 years. This one with the matter any grass. All those Atkinson and then I would wear where they happen I will result. Mona give me excuse where coaches or players don't give when they don't win match. And now I want to hear. Mona give all these excuse what they give. So Richard Otweje, my guy, he said this Arsenal win over Chelsea. He sweet you pass sugar candy. Sugar candy is sweet. That will be like Italy, but it don't even be like Italy. But I do be this match. For the first time, I never know what I'll talk. Like I don't know what I want to talk. So, Chelsea fans, they humble. He said, God shall humble them. He said, they shall melt like wax before the fire. Sakadabaya. So say that Emirates they play the match now, but say okay, Arsenal play home. You know what? You go to Stamford Bridge and knock down the bridge. We score from starting of the match to the end of the match. We score every quarter of the game. We score one goal. Every quarter of the game, we score one goal. 4 goals. The can't go where Liverpool they score people. Where Man City they score people. Now we score against a whole Chelsea. I beg go. Anyway, I greet everyone. Big one, Bros Brendo. Ogufaya Maria, my love. How are you? He said the Man United loss was past Chelsea loss, not because I'm a Chelsea fan. I beg you need to explain this one. Explain. Man United lost to the most informed team in the whole of Europe. Chelsea lost to one of the worst teams in the whole of Europe right now. We're not even in Europe. We are attached from Sobibor. We're in Sobibor, okay? They brought us from Sobibor to play this game. We use under 23 players to play this match. We use reserve players to play the match. You say, what, come, Maria, you see. They don't behave like Maria Barry Johnson. Warn yourself. Give me better opinion on this matter. Okpa Adeniran, he said, Mascherano Benitez. Hey, Adebayo Jr. say Barcelona excuse of 30,000 away fans make them lose match. Wow, that was one excuse too, Sha. Jesus Christ. That one against the Trash Frankfurt. Another excuse. Richard, they say you are right, very correct. Manchester United is, I don't know, not called complete time. I'm not called no waiting cut up for that place, but I saw the TV. Let me go to my YouTubers, my people in the YouTube, please. Guys, say our subscribers never reach. We see they look for subscribers. So when I just born, like say the YouTube said, we don't become billionaire. There's no need again. When I subscribe, we supposed to reach 10,000 subscribers before the end of this month. We at least 10,000. We'll just pay for 10,000 there. So we go to Dubai next month. Maybe the number fee increase. We're going there to preach the gospel. You know, say when Apostle Paul want to get more followers, you know, these followers things and subscribers things, they don't take with them for this world. He had to take the gospel away from Jerusalem. He went to Mesopotamia, that place where they go away. Now they play Europa. Macedonia, Mesopotamia, Cyprus, this one. Now all those places, you know, some are Europa people, are conference people, and they go that side. We have to take the gospel now to that way too, and see if it will work for us. We want to follow the footsteps of Apostle Paul in the Bible. You know, we're Bible students. We also study the Bible, and the Bible says, study to show yourself a workman that need not to be ashamed like Chelsea and Man United. You understand? Son of Abba Benin, say good morning, bros. Hi, see Alex Iwobi performance yesterday. Do you think Everton will stay in the EPL? Say, for the sake of Alex alone, I want me to stay. But I think they will stay anyway, whether Alex or not Alex. I think Alex has finally found his position. Now he needs to solidify it. He needs to keep it going, because the burden of surviving relegation is different from needing to compete at the top level. Would he be able to use that performance to push them at the top level? I also think that Yeremina is putting up a great performance and nobody is noticing. Everybody is ignoring. Yeremina has been very, very solid at the back, walking and covering every blade of grass. But Alex Iwobi, back to your question, Alex Iwobi has been very good against Manchester United. It was awesome. It was fantastic. And this is one of the things that I say to people. Nobody's added to criticize a player. When you're putting in the shift, it will show. It's football. Football is like pregnancy. You're not going to hide down. It will show. So once you're putting in the shift, you will get the praises that you deserve. And I think that Alex Iwobi, Frank Lampard, have created a very good place for him. Allowed him that free roll to zip line, go, come back. You can, go both horizontal and vertical on the field, but make sure that when you get the ball, you're not turning over possession. I think that's the thing that's changed in this game. Alex Iwobi always turn over possession, and then there's this thing he does when he loses the ball or his teammate loses the ball. He goes, that 1, 2, 3, 5 seconds that you spend ruin the lost ball is the very minute that they will take and go and attack you. I think that has changed in this game. In a couple of games that I've seen, because I spent time watching them, I had to go watch. You know how boring it is for you to go and watch an Everton game. Go and watch the replay, start to finish, and then you want to have your position on a particular player. I think Alex Iwobi has done well, and for the very first time, I'm seeing him putting in that kind of performance on a consistent basis. Now we need to see this one keep on going and going and going. Then we cannot stand firm and say, okay, yes, he's all right. But I still want to see them run off. I think Everton would survive relegation. That's my thinking. I also want to see him play like this. And then next season, I want to see how they start the season. I pray desperately, anxiously that he doesn't get injured. Because injury sort of like drains the confidence and the momentum that you have built within a given period of time. So I hope that that doesn't happen to him and he stays fit, he stays on the ground, and he gets the job done. But so far, so good. The last couple of games that Alex Iwobi have played has impressed me to the point where I cannot take my sword off his neck and say, well, I think this guy is beginning to live up to the billing. Like I always say, I was not expecting him to dribble like Austin Okocha. I mean, I don't like Okocha's dribbling. You guys know that, my position about Okocha. I wasn't expecting it, but I just wanted him to be an impact player when he plays. Luka Modric does not dribble like anybody, but he makes impact. His passes should be precise, should be well thought of, should be well placed. His decision making should be beautiful. His positional discipline, and all of that is coming. If that's the only thing that Frank Lampard achieved, I think he would have done very, very well. And then Everton should also hope that most of their key players like Richarlison stays, but I think it's going to go to Arsenal somewhere else. Calvert-Lewin stays, and then he stays fit, because it's one thing for the player to stay, it's another thing for the player to be out on the field consistently. One of the things that have worked for Liverpool very well is the fact that the core of their players, from Robertson to what's the other guy, Trent Alexander-Arnold, Sadio Mane, Mo Salah, all of these guys have stayed fit for the last 5 years or 5 seasons or so. Their injuries are not like, oh, you're going to go out for 6 months. The one time that Virgil van Dijk went out injured for a very long period of time, we saw how bad they became. So if all of their players can stay fit, it's very, very good. But coming back to the Arsenal game, I'm one person who's very hard on Eddie Nketiah, and I'm still hard on him. I'm not, scored 2 goals yesterday for a striker. That's an average return. But I tell you that one that he put up, I know that people in Ghana are going to be having orgasm that they should add them to their team. One of the problems that Ghana is going to be going to this World Cup, and anybody from Ghana will be like, what's your business with Ghana right now? Nigeria didn't qualify, so we obviously will adopt Ghana as the team that we support. Forget all the rivalry, forget all the bad match before the match. Now Ghana is our team. So we've got to have a seat. All these new players that you guys are bringing in after you qualify, all these ones that because they want to add the World Cup to their CV, they've not been to the World Cup, you want to bring them in. They are the players that will kill the Ghana team. Ghana have a traditional way. I mean, the Ghana league is still way, way better than any other league in the west coast of Africa. They are still playing very, very competitive league, way better than Nigeria league. And I hate to say it, but it's true. Let's call a spade a spade. If they don't focus on building their team with the core of those players that qualify for the World Cup, they start going. And yet almost everybody now is changing their mind. They want to play for Ghana. If Ghana didn't qualify for the World Cup, they would not have taken that decision. These guys are players. I call them CV players. Shola Amiobi them. They don't have interest in Ghana. They just want to add it to their CV that they've gone to the World Cup. Hey, I don't know. Let's just keep our fingers crossed. My friend Kweku send me a message and say, Ghana, all these Ghana players, are you watching Ghana players performing? I was like, are they Ghana players? Are these players, do they look like Ghana players? If they see Bangkok, can they recognize it? Can they spell, if you ask them to spell Kwame Nkrumah, can they spell it? Okay, but let's keep our fingers crossed. Beyond the suits, okay, Daffy, Arsenal win. Oh, I just did think of you last night. Yes, so they win. Eze Patrick, you say, good morning, boss. How's your health, man? I saw that you're not feeling fine. Hope you're good now. Good to be here again. Arsenal don't finally shock Chelsea. Yes, so Arsenal, the beautiful thing is Arsenal have not won a single game against any of the top teams since this season. And all of a sudden they get this result. But then, forget all the banter and all the noise. What use will this win be? They can't go on to go and beat Man United in the next game. They can't beat West Ham in the next game. And then they can't give Tottenham a fight. I still do believe that Tottenham, if Arsenal, take this momentum and win the other games, but Arsenal is not a team you can bet on. Let's not get carried away and forget. Yeah, I'm an Arsenal fan, so I should forget the reality. Arsenal lost 3 games and they should have won at least 2. Give them the Crystal Palace game, The Crystal Palace is a very difficult opposition, but they should have won at least 2 of those. If they had won 2 of those games, Arsenal will comfortably be in 3rd position right now as we're talking. But that said, okay, if Arsenal cannot go on and build on this, I don't think that every other opposition will be calamitous in defending, will be horrible like Chelsea was yesterday. So let's say they take on the Man United game and win. I still don't think that Liverpool can beat Spurs, or worst case scenario, that game will end in a draw. If Arsenal keep winning their game, West Ham is going to be tough. West Ham is going to be, they need to find how to get it done. Plenty of thanks to the Egyptian man who doesn't cause problem at all. Whether he plays or he's not, he's always happy, he's always smiling. And for me, I'll give him another contract because he's just a body in the squad. But when you need him, he's a very faithful servant, he's very loyal, he's very committed. He will play. I'll give him another contract. Players that I wouldn't even bother giving the contract. Eddie Nketiah, get out of the club. Lacazette, what's his name? Alexander Lacazette, get out of the club. That was a miserable Ivorian player. Nicolas Pepe, get out of the club. All of those players needs to be kicked out so that you have the space, the salary to back up your new signing, and then the space to put in new players. But what I hate when I hear people talk about Arsenal is all this talk about they need only 1 striker. Arsenal need like 3 strikers, not only 1. So people saying Arsenal need just 1 striker is funny. The problem here is not 1 striker. You have 1 striker. Arsenal is either going to play in the Champions League next season or they are going to play Europa. So you need a bigger squad than what you have. This squad have been carried on the back of the academy players. Those guys are not going to go to the Champions League or the Europa and be able to do that. When they start playing on Saturdays or Sunday, and then they play on Wednesday or Tuesdays, and then again weekend, it's going to be crazy. Or probably playing on the weekend and then playing on Thursday and playing on Sunday and Monday game. It's going to be crazy for them. So if you really need this squad to get going, you need a bigger squad. And the squad that they've got right now, credit to Arteta and Edu. One of the things that they've done that I love is that they've cut down the salary structure of Arsenal, which is a very good move. They've also cut down the size of the squad. They didn't do any transfer in January. I'm not one of those who is blaming them. I think that Arteta is one of the best things that's happened to the Arsenal team since Wenger left, because Wenger really left a whole lot of damage in this club, but people will not see it that way. So if they go forward, then they need to splash the cash. Arsenal need between 250 to 300 million to put in the squad together. That would be good. And when I say 300 million, doesn't mean go and buy all the big name. You could just buy. People bought Tuchel from somewhere. They didn't put in big money to buy them. When RB Leipzig bought what's it called? This boy from Moldova that's in Dortmund and that's going to Manchester City. They didn't spend big money, but they got them. So you get some kind of good players, and then we see how you go. Superazzi says, Jose Peseiro, what do you think of him becoming Super Eagles coach? I don't think anything. He's already Super Eagles coach. Let him come and do his job. The only problem that I think will happen is the same Nigerian problem. It's not about the coach. No coach, not even a Guavo, have been a bad coach. It's just the Nigerian problem. Nigerians are already shouting $50,000. Is this one, is that one? That's very, very sick. Okay. That's the going rate. And let's not allow poverty control the way we think. Because we're poor doesn't mean that people cannot live by their own standard. This guy, you're employing him as a European. Just imagine that somebody wants to employ you now from Nigeria and they're paying you 50,000 naira. That's the way you calculate it. You're paying him $50,000 or 50,000 euro based on his economy, not based on your economy. Your economy have gone up to me. If you don't want that, then employ, then return a government and bear whatever consequence, whatever kind of result, what kind of team you have. But if you want a European coach, people want a European coach. You're talking, and the funny thing, the same Nigerians who are complaining that $50,000 is too much for Peseiro per month are the same people who are telling you to go get a grade A coach. Grade A coaches earn per month minimum $1 million. Can you pay them? Or 250 to 500,000? Can you pay them? So if you can't pay them, make do with what you have. You can't have a Keke Napep budget and be dreaming of a Bugatti, Ferrari, and a Lamborghini. It's not possible. Cars_347. They say even if Chelsea won the game, but make that fat Lukaku no score. Oh, okay. Everybody get their own. The one with the penny for money. Mr. Patrick, you say good morning, boss. Good to be here again. Yes, good to have you. Nana Ado, how are you? You say Andy Nketiah joining the Black Stars would be great addition because he scored 2 goals in God knows forever. Ghana, that's all I say, Badrich. Well, Ghana does not have a striker anyway, so they can afford to have that kind of striker in their team and feel happy. But if the kind of form that we know of him is the thing he wants to go and exhibit for Ghana. Okay, oh, he's playing in an environment that he's used to, that is easy for him, and he's struggling for goals. He can't even score goals. You want to put him in this Ghana team? Okay, we'll fold our hands and see. Eze Patrick responded. He said, Nana Ado, you guys are wanting young talent abroad to come represent Ghana, yet our own ex-international says our foreign-born players are a problem. I really have like, no, leave our ex-international. Those guys are drunk. All those people that are saying that thing, including the old man, they have problem. See, there's a generational problem. There's the problem of jealousy. Then there's the problem of stupidity. There's a whole lot. Everybody who's having that conversation, it does not make sense. You know why it doesn't make sense? We live in a country where our president go abroad to go treat headache and ear pain. You're telling me that our players that are abroad should not come and play in the national team? Shut up. Even our political parties, all their manifestos are drawn from abroad. All their campaign, all their propaganda are drawn from abroad. You don't leave. I don't want to get involved with that conversation. That one pisses me off a whole lot. As I said, talking about Egyptians, I noticed that those guys are always very disciplined. What could that be down to? I think that over the years, Egyptians were always seen as not being disciplined. Let's not forget the days of Asamidu, the days of Osama Sam, the twins, and Abu Trika. You know, they were seen as high-headed, arrogant, full of themselves. So the few that go out, and I'm going to say this thing from a religious point of view. I'm like, oh, what are you saying? Look carefully. The players that practice Islam, like true Islamic practice, haven't you noticed that they are always very, very calm, disciplined, and organized? People can say anything about Mesut Ozil, but in his heydays, was very, very disciplined, calm, and organized. Sadio Mane is a practicing Muslim. Mo Salah, just look at all of those guys. This boy that plays for Chelsea, what's his name? The short guy, the N'Golo Kante. Even Benzema, they are disciplined. Any other striker in Benzema position during the Cristiano Ronaldo era would be craving for attention. Come on, you're the striker of this team. Cristiano Ronaldo, on a good day, you could really compete with him. But guess what? He sacrificed his own comfort, his own joy, his own glory. Let that guy take the glory. There's no problem. Let him take that stage. Let him take the spotlight. There's no problem. I'm not trying here to advocate a religious thing, but I'm just observing. It's an observation on my own part, so I might be wrong. Okay, now I have to say, but who said it will start? Okay, you just want to have him on the bench. Well, that's good. Oluyem, he said, is that why Thomas Partey convert? Just might be. I don't know. I didn't intervene, but just might be. You just see the discipline within them, the lack of being unnecessarily extravagant, making noise. Very few of them. Paul Pogba is maybe the exception to the rule, but even Paul Pogba, I think he only does that at Manchester, because if you look him at the French national team, he's a different kind of person entirely. It's just one of those observations that I have. I don't have data, statistics to back it up, but I just know that I know a lot of them that I've been observing for a while. I actually had that discussion one day in his office here. I was doing a research on Muslim players and their behavior as against the other religion, and I just said, wow, there's a whole lot. Okay, there's a whole lot of these guys that are very, very disciplined, very, very organized, very, very put together. If we had when you have Muslim fasting, most of these Christian players, if they do that kind of public fasting as Muslims are doing, some of them would not even agree to play. But you see these guys, even in their Ramadan, they are fasting, they still go on the field, they run for 90 minutes, they push the boundaries, they give everything. So it's just giving you that feeling like there's something that these guys know that maybe the other people don't know. This is just my thought anyway. But let's look at the transfer rumors that are going around. And I'm going to ask this question too. What do you think? Yeah, it's a done or an almost done deal for Erling Haaland to go to Man City. Pep Guardiola have come out to say that for them to win the league title, they need to win the remaining games of the season. They don't believe that Liverpool is going to drop points. I also believe that, but I think the game with Tottenham Hotspur is a very critical one. I like the way they kept their shape in the game yesterday against Brighton. Brighton was becoming like a really thorn in the flesh. They went into the half 0-0, came in the second half, and all hell broke loose. I like the way Kevin De Bruyne plays too when he's in his element, the way, when you're leaning on him, some players will want to fall down, you understand? But he seems to shrug off that, keep the ball under control, and release his teammate as fast as possible. It reminds me of what Coach Olumide was saying when they went to the Viaggio Cup in Italy, where he was talking about games being won in the moment. Because the way teams set up these days, they set up to be very, very compact at the back, very close, hard to break when they played against Man City. So what Man City do is sometimes they let you come out. When you come out, and look at most of the goals that City have scored lately, they let the opposition come out. As soon as you come out, the transition is very fast. And so what most teams also do, go back and watch the Liverpool 2-2 game. What most teams do, they know that all of the transition comes with Kevin De Bruyne. Kevin De Bruyne is the one that goes forward most. Bernardo Silva, as good and nimble and twinkle-toed as he is always playing wide, okay? He's not playing as vertical as you want. He's very lateral, okay? He's always playing wide. He's playing horizontal most of the time. Gets the ball, turn 360, gets himself back, go front and back and all that. Those very, very little moments, the opposition have gotten back into their shape. But Kevin De Bruyne gets the ball, is, diving into space, pushing into space, trying to get the man who is running free into space, and then setting them free with his passing, and then running again to get the return pass, or somebody has to get the return pass, or probably setting a through ball. Now, those very, very quick moments are 5 seconds moments, okay? They just happen. When it's 5 seconds, you have to read it, you have to be able to own it and do it. Kevin De Bruyne is becoming an expert at those transitions, what somebody like Mesut Ozil used to do back in the day. If they get, I'm just creating a hypothetical scenario now, because there are 4 teams in the Champions League. All 4 have a claim to it. The least claim is Villarreal. Second to the list is Man City. Top 2 on this list would have to be Real Madrid number 1 and Liverpool number 2. And my reason is this. Man City have not proven this season or any time that they can find a way to beat Liverpool. That's one. Liverpool have 6 Champions League to their name. Real Madrid have 13. Villarreal and Man City don't have any. So on the strength of this, you have one German coach, one Italian coach, 2 Spanish coach. Now Emery, Pep Guardiola, Spanish. Ancelotti, Italian. Pep Guardiola, Jurgen Klopp, German. Now, all of these coaches are top-grade coaches in their own right. 3 of them have won the Champions League. One is a master at winning Europa. Is venturing into a new territory. The last time Villarreal came this far was in 2006. They were beaten by Arsenal. Remember. So now, when a place where you look at this team and you say to yourself, there's a possibility that Man City might just get lucky and go on to win the Champions League that they failed to win last season, which I thought was their best opportunity. Now, if they win the Champions League, they win the league, and then you now add Erling Haaland to this squad. Erling Haaland grew up as a fan of Manchester City. Don't forget, his father played for Man City, but beyond that, he was born in the Leeds United area. He was born in Leeds, and grew up being a fan and a family, a Man City person, and now coming to the Etihad Stadium. How would you beat a team like that? If you have a Kevin De Bruyne in midfield who can set him free, the only problem with having Haaland is you're signing him with that big salary structure, but you have to deal with his injuries. His injuries are crazy. His injury record is crazy. But look at the record: 33 goals in 31 games from Borussia Dortmund this season, with all the injuries and all the games that he's missed. Oh, Lord have mercy. There's something about that guy. So I'm saying, how do you rate Man City hopefully next season? But before we get there, all of these games that are coming, Man City series of games, but the Champions League are going to play Real Madrid, Liverpool going to play Villarreal. Seems like they have the luck of the draw on that front, but then they've got Tottenham to play. They've got some teams to play in the league that is really, really going to be difficult. But then they show that they know how to get things going. Only once this season have Liverpool gone into the dressing room losing a game, and they came back and quickly restored parity that game, and they're 2-2 with Man City. Every time they've taken a lead, they've gone on to win the game. So what do you expect as we run to the end of the season and looking at the players and the possible players that these clubs are signing? Is there going to be any changes in the league next season? I still think that if Man City gets Erling Haaland, they will win next year's Premier League already. And if he stays fit and Man City does not lose any of their players in this midfield team, I just feel for Ike Gundogan. I just think that he should be playing. But the way Bernardo Silva was angling for a move and he didn't get that move, I knew already that he was going to get more playing time than any other player. But then there are some players in the squad that are really not pulling weight as possible. Grealish is a flop. Raheem Sterling have not lived up to the billings. I think that since Leroy Sané left, Raheem Sterling have lost something because Leroy Sané was really his competition. Another player in the Man City squad that for me is one of the best players, my favorite player in the squad after Kevin De Bruyne will have to be Joao Cancelo. Ruben Dias is fantastic, but last season it was better. John Stone have come in and done well. Laporte have done well as well. Aymeric Laporte have done well as well. I mean, Edison is cool as Kokuba or cool as ice, but looking at the whole complexion of these teams, where is your smart money on? Liverpool, Man City, Villarreal, or Real Madrid? Real Madrid are the king of this competition. You can't take them out. But let's look at the transfer gossip. While you're typing, whatever your thoughts are, let me give you some of the updates in the transfer space. Real Madrid are confident of signing Kylian Mbappe 23 and will go all out for the Paris Saint-Germain and France forward after considering that their other main target, Erling Braut Haaland, is heading for Manchester City. Okay, Ogaliadi say Man City can win league and Champions League, but Liverpool can win all 4 trophies they are participating in this year. It's going to be a tight one. Okay, I agree with you on that one. Real Madrid are keen on bringing England midfielder Jude Bellingham, that's a good player, to the Bernabeu, but Borussia Dortmund are desperate to keep the 18-year-old. But would he perform at Real Madrid? I think at 18, it's too early for him to go to Real Madrid. Real Madrid is a place where the standards are really, really high. I don't see too many young players going to Real Madrid to perform. I think Bellingham should still stay with Borussia Dortmund till he's like 21, 22, and then at 23, he should be looking at going to Real Madrid. I think it's going to be a very terrible move if he goes to Real Madrid right now. That's my thought. You can share your thoughts on that one, but I think if Jude Bellingham goes to Real Madrid right now, it's going to be a terrible, terrible one because the standards at Real Madrid are too high. Playing at any other club, you can have 5 bad games and you'll be forgiven. Real Madrid, just 145 minutes that is bad, it's enough for you to be thrown into the abyss, the bottomless pit. So you don't want to find yourself in that kind of place. Everton are monitoring Wolves' Spain winger Adama Traore, 26, with a view to signing him if Barcelona reject the option to make his loan move permanent. I don't think Barcelona will sign him anymore. I don't think they need him. And people say I don't like him. I don't think he's good enough to play for a team like Barcelona and going forward to what they want to go to. I would like to have a jolly opinions on that one, but I don't think he's good enough. And call it beef, call it whatever, but I just don't think that's a good player. Incoming Manchester United boss Erik ten Hag will have 200 million to spend on signing, with at least 6 first-team players set to leave in the summer. This coach would fail. This deal, for me, quote me, it will fail. This deal is dead on arrival. No matter what he does, he signed, and he's not a bad coach. It's just that this apple will not grow here. People eat apple in Nigeria. Apple don't grow in Nigeria. This one, it not gonna work. France forward Antonio Martial, okay, 26. Antonio Martial looks likely to return to Manchester United after a season-long loan at Sevilla. That's according to transfer expert Fabrizio Romano. Okay, Manchester United France midfielder Pogba's representative are in talks with Juventus and Real Madrid about a summer move when the 29-year-old becomes a free agent. Okay, Manchester United should be happy to let him go for 2 reasons. The salaries will open up, and then all those extra drama will go. Miss Smileys, he said it won't fail in Jesus' name. We are the Red Devils. They call Jesus' name for Red Devil. You don't see the irony. You use Jesus' name. This one said, I ain't gonna be the cause. You use Jesus' name for where devil be. Okay, now you want to use Jesus' name to uplift devil, the work of the devil. The red devils there. You go toss that, you will come here, you go do my life. Share that every day of my show, I do life. You will be here. The failure where Erik ten Hag walk off face. The boy go now go say the Mathematic, the 33-year-old former Serbian midfielder who has said he will leave Manchester United this summer, is open to joining AS Roma. Okay, his former coach. Good relationship. Mr. Smileys, you say Elegbete, I beg now. What if Ferguson do? Ferguson a criminal. It won't fail. Now he destroyed the club and also rob other people of winning. Use David as well as now beating run. Bad officiating, terrible officiating, ball way Tottenham Hotspur score way enter goal, whether Mumu go keep I think be name, cash for inside net, referee say they blind, you know, see am. Man United una go suffer. See the scenes of Alex una go suffer. The suffer, it just the start. They just say for S, and now I reach you FFER. And the suffer a couple ing join a couple S for the end. Now plural. Una go suffer, sufferings. When it comes so. Ten Hag is coming to challenge for the Ten Hag will end in 8th or 7th position. The highest position Ten Hag will reach is 6th with Manchester United. He can't get past 6. Philosophy football. Not only philosophy, and psychology football. Philosophy killing out there. I beg you, what can I shift? Manchester United and Arsenal are interested in RB Leipzig, 24-year-old France forward Christopher Nkunku. Arsenal can compete with Manchester United on that front. So leave Arsenal in that conversation unless the player chooses to come to Arsenal. If Arsenal make the top 4 and Man United, obviously Man United can make top 4. So let's never talk about. Let's never mention Man United on this one. Top 4 and Man United not in the same sentence. Arsenal are targeting Bayern Munich, Austrian midfielder Marcel Sabitzer, 28, but Atletico Madrid are also keen. Okay, that guy is a fighter, but he does get injured. Okay. Tottenham manager Antonio Conte is set for talks with chairman Daniel Levy to tell him, they're never ready. Levy need a year with Israeli people. See, cobwebs in their ear. Tell him the club needs 6 summer signing with Leicester. Belgium midfielder Yuri Tillemans, 24 high on Conte next season. You go see, you go push you like Celestial Church people. You go run. You shout hallelujah 7 times. You go run. You run come off for sports. Never say anything. Club will not get ambition. They have to deceive you with this form. Hey, where's that my Ghana guy? Come and laugh for me. Get out of here. West Brom England goalkeeper Sam Johnston, 29, is keen to join Tottenham Hotspur this summer. You can stand for bench. English right back Jack Spence, 21, currently on loan at Nottingham Forest from Middlesbrough, is also wanted at Tottenham. Tottenham will maybe the 6 signing when I was players. Okay, Tottenham will make Sweden winger Dejan Kulusevski a permanent signing in the summer. 21-year-old man, this guy's add value, is on an 18-month loan. Spurs have decided to pay Juventus the 25 million fee this summer. That's a good signing. That would be a great signing, but watch out. When this guy signed, the form will drop. Portuguese winger Fabio Carvalho, 19, says Liverpool's interest in signing him has affected his recent... Shut up. This is the reason why you should not sign him. Antonio wants a new deal and pay rise at Brentford, where the 26-year-old English striker is under a contract until 2025. Your contract not going first for you. That's what you do. What you worry? Torino defensive pair, Brazilian Gilson Bremer, 25, and Ivory Coast international Wilfred Singo, that's another good player, 21. A target for Tottenham Hotspur director of football, Fabio Paratici. Okay. Leeds and Everton are lining up move for Chelsea's 28-year-old Belgian striker. Everton, shame on you people. Michu Batshuayi, aka Batman, who is on loan at Besiktas. West Ham are interested in Club Bridge's 22-year-old Netherlands winger Noah Lang, but face competition from AC Milan. There's not a single Nigerian player name on this transfer gist today. Birmingham City have told Wolves they want to sign Montenegro keeper Matija Sakic, 24, on a permanent deal after his impressive low spell at St. Andrews. That's the gist. Mr. Smiley is saying, hello, now from Brilla. I don't like your analysis. If I miss they pay me, bigger you in Jesus' name. Try this upon my United, I beg. Nah, I don't like I don't do drug, I don't do devil. Anything I have devil in it's not my cup of tea. My cup of tea is not devil. Any devil thing. Devil for forgot, matcha, devil for forgot, matcha. I don't do that. I don't do them. Okay, Richard Joy say you are right. Oni Babajide Amos Olatubo. So I used to have a friend called Bright Olatubo. So primary school, primary school, fantastic guy. He went to join Nigerian Supporters Club and then he went to France. Okay, you're doing well, my big brother. Thank you very much for that. Ogunfayo Maria, he say I don't want to rub the it in, sir. I don't see the loss coming really. I didn't see the loss coming really. When they both started scoring like basketball game, I went to sleep at 2-2. I knew Chelsea would not win at that point, but I was expecting a draw at worst. But we moved sharp, but that I cannot shook mat in Man United lost again. Arsenal shut my mouth. Elegbete one of Africa. Azuri Mendez. Daniel. Hey, my guy. Ice Canada now. Alpha. Hey. Oh, Miami. My guy. Okay. As a Patrick say, I am still bothered that the AFCON qualifiers is almost here and we still don't have a national team coach. He say, I am currently fasting and praying that Haaland should go to Barcelona. You go get stomach ulcer. Now also I will kill you there. You add fasting to this one. When I don't get money, I can't pay budget now I want to salary. You know, here with the salary they work. My friend shift. You get Yanapaja house rent money, you won't go look for houses for Banana Island. You do smoke acid, I'll be able to do you. On that side, Daniel, he said, what do you make of Xavi so far in Barcelona? He's doing well. He's doing well. I mean, it's stable. The team is giving them hope and ambition again. He didn't come here and say he was going to do unbeaten. I don't know why people were complaining about losing to Cadiz or whatever they did. See, this season was meant to be very, very bad. At the beginning, at the time Xavi came in, if somebody told any Barcelona fan that Barcelona will end the second position or third at the end of the season, people will grab it with both hands. So why is it that I see people making drama and saying all sorts of things? I'm like, what are you people saying? Good morning, sir. After I followed Professor P.O. reasoning yesterday, I used 500 naira take stake 11,500. Arsenal made my joy to come in the morning. Okay, I'm going to. Good morning, sir. Tuchel excuse for losing is like a Buhari excuse for banditry in Kaduna, even though he carry army headquarters go there. Henry Johnson. Buhari, when you reach there, not be time, just buy and pay. Nigerian government, I need to pay Nigerians, so only for China people that pay. When you shop the finish and the corn and the turkey and the fish, please, Buhari pay. Honestly, Daniel, he said Adama is not good enough because he too predictive. He knows how to play ball. This one English they speak. Nana Ado say Ghana's coach Otto Addo joined Black Stars after Ghana qualified for the World Cup, and he did great. Same as Kevin Prince Boateng. Foreign base are never a problem. I agree with you 100%. Once they merit a call, they merit a call. Nana Addo went on. He said Otto Addo played 2006 World Cup for Ghana. And then he said, okay, it's the same thing. Thank you very much. I agree, but you would also agree with me that Otto Addo, Kevin Prince Boateng were quality player. This Eddie Nketiah that you're talking about is rubbish. Forget say it's got 2 goals yesterday. Let's call it speed is speed. He's pack of shit. He's not a good player. This is see, I grew up on Ghana football. I watch Anthony Yeboah play for Eintracht Frankfurt, Leeds United. Go back and watch the Wayne Rooney documentary. He will tell you that he styled his game after Yeboah. That's to tell you how good they were. Kevin Prince Boateng is the guy. He shows up. He's Ghana's version of Mario Balotelli, right? Who is Eddie Nketiah? Leave that guy cannot even play start for FC Taraba or Iba. I don't see nothing you want to tell me. Nana, I agree with all the points you raised, and you're very intelligent, you're a very brilliant person. So I respect your position. When you say something, I listen. But Ghana and Eddie Nketiah, I've seen long line of Ghanaian players: Anthony Yeboah, Tony Bafo, Abedi Ayupele, Samuel Usai Kufo, John Pensty, Baby Bet, Africa's highest goal scorer at the World Cup, 6 goals. Asamoah Gyan, all of these guys, I've seen them play football for Ghana, and they are what you wish your own player would be like. But guess what? Eddie Nketiah is the next line of player that Ghana wants to, whether he's sitting on the bench or he's doing attachment on the plane. I don't care. It's not good enough. That's the kind of player that should wear the Black Stars jersey. You can play whatever he's playing, wherever he's playing. I don't care. I know he plays on my club, but it's not good enough. Step money. Time is up anyway. Say the best Nigerian striker now, baby boy assassin. So that's how he must play the Mexico Ecuador game. And sir, you must give that guy in your studio 47 frog job at 3 stroke for not knowing Kalusha Bualia. Well, what's it called? Alex Iwobi say doesn't know Celeste Babayaro. Alex Iwobi is the Nigerian player that does not know Celeste Babayaro. So let's not just beat people like that. It's one of those things. And finally, it's past 10. So on that side, Daniel, say Ghana has had a striker problem ever since Guyana. Most of their current strikers don't have the character, including are you not the striker that big who has the worst goals turnover for a striker in the Premier League. Almost 60 games, only 2 goals. That one of those I really want. Hey, Papa, if their family does a whole Ghana to ransom. Your show this morning, Premium Entertainment. Thank you very much. This is where we call it a wrap. Thank you. Let's do tomorrow. Tomorrow is fun. Okay, tomorrow is general talk, everything aside sports and all that. But Nana Adu, we're going to Dubai on the 5th of this month. When we come back in June, I'm hoping to come to Ghana, and the plan is to do a road trip. I've never done a road trip to Ghana before. To do a road trip, but I'm afraid of traffic. Like if there's going to be traffic on this Nigeria side, I'm bothered. I'll fly. But we're planning to come to Ghana for 2 weeks. I hope that when we get to Ghana, we'll be able to sit with you, eat together, have a talk. I think you're a very brilliant guy. I think you're a fantastic guy. I want to always have you on the YouTube channel, and I would love to come to Ghana. Please, let's just hope that IG Live is 1 hour, so it ends when it's 1 hour. So let's just keep it going, and hopefully we'll see when I come to Ghana. But until then, guys, please subscribe to our YouTube channel, drop comments when you watch our content, and tell us where you think we should improve, what we should do better. But thank you very much for everybody who's been consistently being on our live, watching this show with us every single day. God bless you. I love you guys, and I appreciate you guys so much. And like I said, Ghana is already my team going to the World Cup from Africa. I'm going to support Ghana all through the World Cup. I'm hopefully going to be in Qatar as well, so I'll be shouting Ghana all the way. God bless you and have a wonderful day for yourself. My name is Idafe Matthew. So going to come in the Level Sports. It's been a great time with you today. Bye-bye, and be the very best of who you are created to be. Be part of the solution, not the problem. Have a lovely day. Bye.